Bubba is gone in some dark void where there's no internet. Matt and I, the ever-loyal hosts, are still here bringing you hard-hitting content on the best way to make iced tea, fiddle contests, shark facts, and even some discussion about games. All that and more on this week's riveting episode of the Free Play Podcast.
You are listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network.
What's up, nerds?
My name is Kate.
You're fine. See, you needed that. All right, go for
What's
it.
up, nerds? What's up, nerds? My name is Kate Katawaki, and you are listening to the Free Play Podcast, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. And join with me, as always.
As always, because we don't miss.
We don't miss any.
We missed one. Sorry. Oh, and Matt Warmbier. Hey, it's me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
my co-host and a few of my co-founders of Love Thy Nerd, Matt Warmbier.
Oh, hey. But I try to think of the last time that you and I have actually, unless we both were out and we just decided to not do one.
Yeah.
When's the last time we actually missed an episode?
I feel like I missed one recently.
I think you missed one.
No, actually. Well, I don't know, but we had just talked about this, about how you and I had done some episodes without Bubba. And
we did.
We were just fine.
Well,
even though one was 38 minutes.
I mean,
we were just fine.
There's actually no specific length that you need to have to call it a podcast. So 38 minutes is still a podcast. 5 minutes is technically a podcast, I guess. Maybe it's more of a blurb. If you called it the 5 minute podcast, it would be a podcast.
Well, then in that case, we way exceeded the time.
Yeah, we're doing great. The 38-minute free play podcast brought to you by 5 Minute Dungeon, the tabletop game.
And Baja Blast.
Mm-hmm. Loads of it. Except today, it's coconut LaCroix. Cheers.
That's the sponsor. Speaking of really good drinks, I figured out you could make sweet tea in the Instant Pot.
Oh, yeah, I think you mentioned that. And now it's changed your world.
It is so good. And so easy, and you can drink so much tea in one day.
I'm just gonna
unbelievable.
Okay, I've been working at Starbucks and in coffee shops for the better part of 16 years, and
so you're an expert.
I'm kind of an expert. I just want to know why, because here's how you make tea the Starbucks way. You take a tea bag, you put it in hot water, you let it sit for 5 minutes, you take the tea bag out. You add a little ice to cool it down, and then you add some water, and it's ready to go. You're making iced tea, right?
Well,
mostly.
Yeah. In the end, it turns into ice.
Right. So to say you would just need to put. No, you said Instant Pot, like the thing that people are all raving about, or
pressure cooker.
The pressure cooker. Okay, yeah. But you could just get hot water and pour it over. How long does it take you?
Here's the thing: is the way that you're describing is too much work for me. So here's what I do. I put a ton of water in the Instant Pot. I fill it up to the max. Then I put 10 tea bags in it.
The small ones.
They're Lipton brand.
Okay.
This podcast is sponsored
also by
Lipton,
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Lipton.
So I throw 10 tea bags in there, black tea, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
However much sugar I want. Then I put the lid on. I pressure cook it for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. I take the lid off, and there's the tea all right there. I take the tea bags out. I let it cool. Pour it into a huge jug that I bought special for this. And then I put it in the fridge. And then you know what? I have a ton of tea all ready. And all I did was push a button and put the lid on. I didn't have to monitor all the hot water, do all this stuff.
I mean, you're not monitoring. You're doing the same thing. You just know how much to put in there. You're actually taking longer to do it this way than if you just did it.
But mine makes at least a gallon.
Yeah, so is this. Too good.
Your thing where you put one bag in and
it's a giant bag. It's a giant bag.
Oh,
It's probably the equivalent of 10 bags.
Well,
I'm glad you found something you enjoy. I'm glad it's so good. You put the sugar in there while it's brewing, so it's very sugary.
I put it in before. Oh yeah, well, I put it in before and then it cooks. But
hey, I'm just trying to save your life.
Now
sometime.
Now I don't know because I guess Starbucks and I are on the same page.
Yeah, you are. I'm just trying to get you as if you're like me and you need caffeine ASAP.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait 20 minutes, nor for it to cool.
Well, that's why you drink coffee while it's doing it.
Okay, I guess you're bringing me back. All right, I'll
drink coffee while it's
just send me some. I'll sample it and I'll let you know how it tastes. All right, great.
Also, this reminded me of something that I've detected a scam that Starbucks does, and I found a way around it about the tea.
I cannot wait. Here we go.
So, when you order a venti tea, there, at least in my opinion, there's too much ice so that you put less tea in there.
There's too much ice, period, in all the drinks.
Exactly. So I go in there and I tell them, give me a venti black tea. Do not put a single ice cube in it. Yeah. Then I take it home and put it in my own cup with ice.
Yeah, people do that.
So that I get more tea.
This is like maybe this is like insider baseball. Just order a no water next time, and then you can like add your own, kind of mix it half and half, and you'll have twice as much. No ice, no water. There you go. Boom, roasted.
Take notes, people. This is the tea podcast. Sip the tea. What's the tea? Spill the tea. Could be any of those names.
Hey, so you posted a video, I guess it was an Instagram video yesterday of you playing the violin. And I don't think I knew you played the violin.
Because I haven't played the violin in ages.
But you did play it.
I did play it. The violin... channeling some inner Red Dead.
That's where. Well, it's like a fiddle
at the camp, but So that was my violin was my first instrument.
And KSM didn't want.
This was way before KSM. I played violin and I played mandolin and I competed in fiddle competitions.
Now I have a few questions. Did you ever win any awards?
Yes.
Okay, where are they?
I actually don't know where they're at.
Well, we can wait. Go ahead.
I have medals. They might be at my mom's house. I'll have to ask her be like, Mom, where are my fiddle medals?
I want you to wear them every day. Get a jacket. Put them on there. Okay, number two.
I have one thing.
Or three, I guess. Question 3. Did KSM not want you to play either of those instruments in any of the songs? Did it ever come up? But you could still do it. You won competitions.
At that time, yeah, I basically dropped the violin to play the drums.
Okay.
Instead, because I was over the violin because I'd been playing it for a while at that time, and I was just over it, and I wanted to play the drums.
When did you start playing
violin?
Yeah.
When I was 8.
That's pretty good.
I played for 5 or 6 years.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So it was. Half the stuff was like fiddle, which is what I was playing in the video, was like a waltz type thing. And then the other part of like taking lessons where I took lessons is that you also had to do like classical stuff.
Makes sense.
Which is the complete opposite. So you used to have to tape yourself playing. Like there was all these like classical violin like books. So you would progress through the whole book, and then there's a song at the very end that's like the pinnacle of that level, like a boss fight at the end.
Yeah.
So you would have to record yourself playing that song, and then you would have to send it to these people who would basically say, okay, you passed or you didn't pass. And you'd have to like take in everything that they said and like redo it if you had to. Just very picky.
Did you have to redo it?
There was one I had to redo, and they were like, oh, your up bow needs to be stronger here at this note and this note and this note. And I'm like, what? Why can't you just say it's fine so I don't have to do it again?
I only know elbows. Leave me alone.
Elbows, yeah.
Well,
that's my
I play trombone. We could start like a weird band.
You should pick it up. You should post an Instagram video.
I don't have a trombone anymore.
Oh.
But
I'm sure you could find one somewhere.
I could probably still play it. It's been many years. Many years, yeah. We could start
go ahead.
I was gonna say we could start like a weird like folk band. Polka.
I want to start. You know what we could do is we could play some songs that like have the vibe of a Red Dead saloon. Pick any saloon in Red Dead. I'm thinking the one in Valentine.
Okay.
That when you walk into Valentine, it's on the right, not the one over by the general store and the sheriff's office. The one that's
like when you first go in town, the smaller one.
Livestock's on your left, and the saloon is on your right. I forget which one it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We could play in there, and it's the kind of music that when a fight breaks out, it stops.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. Okay, yeah, I'm in for it. That'd be a weird band, but maybe Bubba could play the banjo.
Play the banjo. He could play the guitar.
Well, I just went with banjo because it seems more appropriate with a violin and a trombone.
Fine. He could play the banjo. Whether he
or stand up bass. Stand up bass.
There you go.
Okay, we're done. It's settled. We're called the Free Play Podcast Band. Polka Band.
Yeah.
Polka.
Catch us in the Valentine Saloon.
Can't wait. Oh man, I keep wanting to get back into Red Dead. I just keep not doing it because I know what's going to happen if I download the game again.
I know. I'm back into it. I put that in my what we've been playing.
I know. We'll get there.
We'll get there. But I want to say also a major accomplishment that happened to me that I did was that I made it through my first year of grad school. Thank you. I'm
standing ovation there.
Stoked. I'm really stoked. I can't believe I did it. This was a hard year for me, but I made it and I did it.
Hey, we're really proud of you here.
Thank you.
Last
night I had a nightmare that today was school and I couldn't get up and I was missing school. So
you have just a few weeks off, right? Are you taking the whole summer?
Now it's my summer break.
Okay.
So I took the last class I took was a summer school class. And now I have summer break for 8 weeks.
We look at that.
I know. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. And then it's back to the salt mines, as they say.
Yeah, that's why I always say, yeah.
I literally do always say that, though. Maybe not
to the salt mines.
Yeah. When I get off the phone with my mom, I say, "Oh, back to the salt mines."
Did she start that? Is that why you say it?
I think my grandpa started it, and that's why.
Okay.
So just throw it in there whenever you want to.
Okay, I'll try it.
Nice. Turned your lights on.
Yeah, well, it feels a party time now.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks.
Those are dope lights. You can check out Matt's lights on his streams.
Yeah,
the lights on, right?
I do. Yeah, you can't see them flashing, but you can't see them directly, but they're flashing because the lights they're doing their thing. Flashy lights.
It's a vibe.
It is.
Flashy light vibe.
Yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch. Well, just basically this past week, and once I stream 2 more days, I will be affiliate. I guess Love Thy Nerd will be an affiliate, not just me. Although I guess I'm the only one streaming, so I guess it is me. It's both.
Yeah, you earn it on behalf of.
Yeah.
Love Thy Nerd.
You have to stream 7 days in a 30-day period, and I will have done.
You have to stream 24 hours.
No,
or just
7 times.
Okay.
Yes, 24 hour times.
24. I was I don't think you've streamed that much.
Yeah, I'm so close. No, I just leave it on. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to bed. You can watch me if you want to.
Watch the lights while you're gone. The lights change back
after 20 minutes, they start going crazy. It's like a thunderstorm in here, so I have to keep hitting the button. That's okay.
High
though.
Production value.
Yeah, very much so.
At the Matt Plays Games Poorly stream headquarters.
If you're not already a follower, and soon you can be a subscriber, you may be able to by the time you hear this podcast. You can go to twitch.tv/LoveThyNerd and check it out, and we'll talk about what I've been playing here in just a bit.
Yes. Meanwhile, how about I tell you what I've been playing?
Oh, I can't wait.
Not expecting that. Not expecting it. So, as you know, I played The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, that's right. I keep thinking about getting it, but then you've kind of.
I told you.
Right.
I told you no, you can't.
I know.
You have to finish the first one.
I know. Just finish it for me.
I started playing it again actually after
the first one.
After I finished part 2, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was one of the free PS Plus games a while ago.
Yeah.
So I have it, and I just started playing wherever it was that I left off. I played for a little bit, but I'm still not over the game.
Hmm.
It's one of those ones that's going to really sit with me for a long time. Kind of like Red Dead.
Well, so you're saying I should probably not play it?
No, you should. You should play it after you finish the first one. I saw that like the director and some of the voice actors are getting death threats.
I saw
about the game. And I'm like, what? People are upset with like what just the way the game occurs and stuff. And I'm like, there's no need to take it to that level. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't like it, then you don't like it, and that's fine. If you don't like the story, you don't like the story, but don't be sending death threats to the voice actor.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Like what is that even? Why?
If you don't like it, don't play the game. How about that? And if you feel like you waste your time, play something else.
Just play something else. But I kind of touched on it like the last week or whatever when we were talking about it, just kind of more stuff that happened. But it's just one of those that is in my head, and I'm just thinking about it and processing, like deep level processing. And it really is a great game. It's not a happy game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what are you expecting in that world?
That's true.
Honestly?
It's very depraved.
Are you expecting some kind of, I don't know, some kind of happily ever after type thing in a zombie apocalypse?
Right. I don't know. People want to play those games. Like even though you know that it's going to be that type of game, like it still brings people in. I don't know. It's tough. It's like The Walking Dead. Like, The Walking Dead is always going to be this. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be good for a bit, and you finally start seeing this light of day, and then it's going to be absolutely awful. And I feel like this is kind of the same game. Like you have these touches of like good, sort of, and then it's just all trash, all terrible, all bad.
And that's the thing is, it just is so humanizing. That was one aspect of it, that it's like people are people for good and for bad, and that happens in this world. Like this brutal, terrible, hardcore, intense world of The Last of Us. People are humans at the end of the day.
Humans. So are you going to play it again or give it some time? I know you went back to 1, but
I've been thinking about that as well. I do not have any plans to play this game again, at least for a long time.
That good, huh?
But it is good. It's just intense, and it's hard to process that. So it's just a lot. So I felt overwhelmed at the end just by everything, that had happened the whole game. The good parts and the bad parts. And I'm just like, oh, time out on this. I don't know when I'm going to play it again. So
back to Red Dead.
I got this back to Red Dead, which I did go back to Red Dead and just went around, did some treasure hunting, found a bunch of gold bars.
You gonna be able to platinum that game?
No.
Well, let me ask this question.
The hunting stuff already is
right. Well, I'm wondering, like, you play through a game and you get, say, 15 trophies, and you finish the game and you start over. Those trophies would carry over still, though, right? You don't have to have those.
I'm pretty sure they do, because
you would just have to do the ones you were missing in order to like get to the platinum status.
I think.
So maybe you could do it.
I don't know. I can never get any perfect pelts.
Ever. No, they're darn near. I can never
collect
impossible.
All the little orchids, all this stuff.
I don't want to cheat when I'm playing. So like even like finding the what are they, the dream catchers? Is that what I'm looking for?
Dream catchers. I found all the dream catchers.
Oh, you did? I didn't find all those. Well, I think I found.
Because I have the book. I have my book, my little Red Dead book. So that's why.
Just always know they are. Okay, cheater.
They showed me everything, but I know. But who cares? I got them all.
You got them all. Got to catch them all.
Got to catch them all. So I picked up. This was a couple weeks ago, before I got The Last of Us. To prep myself, I picked up like the cutest, most pure game you could ever imagine from the Switch sale. That was off.
I think you told me. What? I'm sorry. What is it?
It's called Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. So I played the second one whenever it was that it came out on PlayStation, and thought, this is a game that is built and made for the Switch, and yet here it is on PlayStation. So when I saw this one on sale, it was a sign, and I knew it. So I picked it up for something pure and lighthearted and different from The Last of Us, so I could have something before and after to cleanse my soul.
You didn't pick up a Pokemon Pocket Kitchen?
Cafe Mix?
That's the one.
No, because it's just like...
Cooking with
Pikachu? It'd be
Pikachu?
like Pokemon Diner Dash, but it wasn't like that.
Sorry. Blew it.
But this Ni no Kuni game is as pure as it comes. Little grindy, but that's the style of the game with like Studio Ghibli type graphics and art style, and it's just so awesome. Is it
very long?
I'm about 27 hours in.
It's pretty good.
And it seems like I'm nearish the end.
Okay.
So maybe 30 hours is my guess.
So better than Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker.
Better than Captain Toad's. Pretty much everything is better than that game, time-wise. I saw it on sale, and I still thought the price was too high.
How much was it on sale for? I'm going to say 40.
No, it was like $20.
Oh, really?
25.
Okay.
I'm like, no.
I wonder if it's one of those games they'll do again, but they'll make it longer and better. Maybe.
Maybe I'll play it again, and just to help myself have something to do, because I literally have no idea what I'm going to play. I'm not in the mood to play anything.
You should look at PlayStation Now. I told you this. I know, but there are so many games on there, and I feel like you'd find ones you're looking for. Do the free trial, see what you like on there.
Oh yeah, the free trial.
Well,
I bought a couple games from Zach Carpenter, and they're supposed to come in the mail soon.
Oh, what'd you get?
One of them is Persona 5. So, which I know a lot of people love. I know like Tyranny loves it.
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
So, I'm looking forward to trying that. I can't remember the other games I bought from him. Oh, I got The Witcher 3, which I already have, but I wanted a physical.
Oh, you didn't have the physical copy?
No, I had it all digital.
Oh, look at you. I've almost pulled the trigger so many times on The Witcher because it's always like $12 for the everything collection.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man. But
maybe I'll play that again.
I haven't played it, but I feel like it's
such a good game. It's so good.
Yeah. I need to think about what I'm playing next too, because I'm coming towards the end of what I have. Oh, I say that, but I'm coming towards the end of like what I want to play, I guess. Yeah.
I think you'd like the character of Geralt. Like, some people don't like him. Steven loves him and is like, I can't understand how people don't like Geralt. I'm like, well, the dry humor maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that's my jam right there.
Just a great character. So stinking funny.
Well, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, you should check it out. So I've been playing, Ni no Kuni. Both games were pure, child-friendly, a very simple story, but just like, it's literally like a fairy tale land.
Okay.
Just fun. If you need to cleanse your soul, play one of those games.
All right,
I did some terrible things in The Last of Us Part 2.
I'll write it down in my Red Dead journal.
Write it in your Red Dead journal, which reminds me I haven't written anything in there for a while.
Yeah.
I have to find another entry.
I'm sure you can find one. The voice acting in that game is ridiculous. There's so much. It's
crazy. So, anyways, what have you been playing?
Well, I have, like we said, I've been streaming on Twitch and sort of YouTube, but YouTube kind of hates doing it at the same time. So it's just, we're using Restream to be able to hopefully stream on Twitch and YouTube. Twitch, it's easy. You say, hey, let's start streaming. You put your stream key in, you're done. YouTube, it's like, your account is blocked. Please go to your dashboard. Please go to your dashboard and enable. And you're like, okay. And you click and you're like, I don't see anywhere that just says enable. It doesn't say, like, I see nothing that says like go live.
See no button that says
there's nothing. There's nothing. So then what usually comes up is like your YouTube channels will say like upcoming stream. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. It's going to work. And then you stream, and then on YouTube, it just continues to say upcoming stream. It never goes into it. I've gone through several tutorials. Bubba has been able to figure out a couple times, and he told me, I'm like, I'm going to try it. And then I do it, and it just doesn't work. So I don't know what's going on. So I've just mostly been doing Twitch. So I started playing Cadence of Hyrule again, and I had made it through. It's not a very long game. I'd probably been through about a quarter of the game. I had one of the instruments you needed to finish the game. And if you don't know what Cadence of Hyrule is, it's kind of I won't say it's a sequel. It's kind of like a spin-off of the Necrodancer, Cadence Necrodancer.
Whatever it is, something like that.
Something like that. So it's an original game where it's this beat rhythm-based game where in the Cadence of Hyrule, you're jumping around and you're fighting baddies to the beat of whatever screen you're on. And you kind of have to like time things perfectly. It sounds stressful, but it's like you get used to it. You get used to like how you're pressing the direction. Like, Kate, I really think you'd be fine. You're a drummer. You're a professional violin player.
Overwhelming and stressful on the trailer thing that I watched. Like, there was just a lot going on. I'm like, what is happening?
I think that's later in the game. There's a lot going on. And the cool thing about if there is a lot going on a screen, especially if you're in the overworld, like let's say I finish a screen and move on to the next one and there's just a ton of guys. I'm like, I don't want to mess with these. If I go back to the screen I was just at, those guys don't respawn, at least not right away. They will eventually. So you kind of like can think about like ways you want to go around. What's the easiest way? Eventually you end up going to all of the locations on this grid. And every new game you start, the grid, the way the world is laid out is different, which is pretty cool. So it has a lot of replayability.
It says $25.
Yeah, it's 25. I think that's the best I've seen it for is 24, 25. So it's fun. Played it, beat it. It's not a super long play, but I think for $25 it's worth it because there is a lot of replayability. Like I said, going back after you beat it, you also unlocked another character. There is co-op. Maybe Steven, this could be his next game he could play. Is he still playing Ice Road Truckers? SnowRunners.
He
slowed down, didn't he?
He's done like all the main stuff in all the maps. So now I think I mentioned this on a previous episode, but he's discovered like mods for this game. And he told me the other day that the SnowRunner community said that mods are going to come soon to console. So he's really looking forward to mods, and he already knows which ones he wants.
Of course he does.
He showed it to me, and I kind of didn't.
You sent Bubba and I a link to a YouTube video of SnowRunner trucks versus real life trucks.
Yeah, I put that on the Twitter.
You did?
Twitter.
Maybe that's where I saw it. And
it's on there. Steven picked that one and he was like, oh, look how awesome this is. They look just like they do in real life. And he was all excited.
I could not believe the amount of views that video had. 57,000 views on this scrolling truck images. Like, here's one from the game. Here's one in real life. Here's one from the game.
All it is just images.
There's no talking.
It's a slideshow. It's basically just a slideshow.
Exactly. And I was like, 57,000 views
on a slideshow of game trucks versus real trucks.
No, I will say that there were some of them I was like, was that from the game or was that real life? I couldn't tell. So they got me. I didn't watch all of it though.
It's both. Well, I watched most of it because Steven was showing
at
least
like,
look how realistic.
Twice.
I told you they were real.
Told you. Wait till I mod that thing. I'm going to put out some 20-inch blades on it.
The trucks from the Russia map were real.
Well, they did their reason.
Yeah, so Steven's excited for the mods. So
will keep us posted on that. Steven speaks. So like I said, I've been playing Cadence of Hyrule. I finished it, and I jumped back into Maneater. And Maneater is also kind of, it's one of those like probably in between games like you're talking about. Not super long, not extremely involved. I think I'm going to be able to platinum it the way it's looking. Like I've already like 100% completed 2 areas of the map, and it's not difficult.
Like, what are the areas of the map? Like,
there's a swamp.
An ocean?
No, there's a swamp.
Swamp?
You start in a swamp, then you move on to this polluted like bay area. Like it's just trashy, gross underwater. Like you see like sunken ships, radioactive waste. You kind of have to stay away from.
Playing as a shark.
Playing as a shark, and it's like a shark RPG. You're leveling up. I'm going the shadow route, so I have shadow teeth, shadow fins. Shadow body.
What does that mean?
Well, because you're upgrading your shark, so you get to choose kind of like the different teeth it has, and each, like with the shadow one, it does, I think, like it does poison damage eventually. Like you chomp and like continual damage. It's like any other RPG. You put on this special gear and it gives you these bonuses. Like,
well, like clothes.
It's kind of like clothes, yeah, basically. So if you have the same set, you get a speed bonus. So I'm really fast right now because I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of the same shadow suit. So you're going around. You're in each area. You're looking for these like hidden like chests like that have food in them. You just like there's like between 10 and 20 in each area, and you just go and you chomp them and you get experience points, and they're kind of hidden throughout the world. You're trying to chomp these giant license plates that are usually up high. Like they're all hidden as well. Like some are like extremely high, so you have to figure out how to jump really high because you can jump out of the water. Some are on land, so you have to do that. There's also like these location markers you have to find that the narrator usually gives you like a little funny story about what happened. And then when I was playing yesterday, I just made this big bay area that's like there's marlins, there's other sharks, there's hammerheads. I fought an orca yesterday. But one of the location markers was a broken banana stand. So like, have you seen Arrested Development?
Yes.
So from like Arrested Development, so he talked about like there always being money in the banana stand, and like it's on the bottom of the ocean, this broken banana stand. So there's all these like.
Was there money in it? Did you check it?
There's money all around it, but I'm a shark. I don't need money. And Chris Parnell, he's the narrator. Do you know Chris Parnell? He's from Saturday Night Live, does a lot of funny movies.
No.
You would know him. But he's the narrator. He's just really funny. He makes up a lot of shark facts. There are some real shark facts and fish facts. So it's just really funny. And I think, Kate, you have some shark facts for us.
I was going to say, I brought some shark facts today.
Well, good luck.
Because this is Free Play's Shark Week. Really.
Chomp.
So I brought some facts for you to see if you like had heard of these in your game or what.
Okay. I can't wait.
So I have a couple of them, so we'll just discuss real quick. Sharks can be pregnant for 2 years.
I didn't hear that. Maybe I did. That may have been one of the first few because
2 years. I
started a pup cut out of my mom's belly. She probably wasn't pregnant that long. That's crazy.
That's how you started the game?
You start as the mom, and then the bad guy, Scaly Pete, he catches the mom and he cuts her open, and I'm inside as a baby shark, and he pulls me out.
Scaly Pete.
Scaly Pete's he's the bad fisherman I'm trying to get revenge on. So he's like you're kind of like trying to get your infamy level up, so all of these like notorious fishermen come after you, and Scaly Pete is like the worst of the worst. So after I was born, ripped out of my mom's stomach, I bit Scaly Pete's hand off, and so now he has a hook hand. And I just got to a point in the game where I bit his leg off and he burned me with gasoline. It sounds really wild.
This is a really dramatic.
I know. Like, it's crazy.
Really I was not expecting.
It sounds like it. Like I know, but you have to eat humans. If you can go up on land, you eat. Some of your missions are like eat 10 humans in this area. So you're like you have to go and start eating them. And the more you eat, your threat level goes up. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto. You know, like if you steal a car in front of a cop, like the cops are going to be after you. If you eat enough humans, the hunters are going to come try to hunt you and kill you. So you have to eat them too. So the bigger fishermen come. Anyways, let's hear some more facts.
Oh my gosh. I just was not expecting that. Well, sharks, their embryos eat each other.
I did know that one. That's weird.
So the sharks, sometimes, so the largest embryo in a shark litter, or whatever it's called, is known to eat his fellow embryos in an act known as intrauterine cannibalism.
We're going to get hungry in there.
Basically, the one shark pup is trying to get on top of the rest, so it eats them all.
Well, if you're inside for 2 years, I can see where you get a little bit hungry.
Yeah, just clear everybody else out.
Well, then you have to wait another year. To get out.
How about this one? Hippos, deer, and cows are more deadly than sharks. Do you eat any of those in Maneater? Hippos, deer, or cows?
No, I haven't seen any yet, but I would if I had the chance. I've eaten seals.
And hippos kill 2,900 people an hour.
Yeah, hippos are mean.
And cows kill 22 people a year.
Wait,
How do they do it?
cows kill 22, and then that's more than what sharks do. That's surprising. Well,
and deer kill 130 people per year, mostly because like
car accidents.
Yeah, there's a car accident and stuff. But cows was a little surprising to me because
interesting.
I don't know,
because they like lay on you.
You just don't really expect them to be like.
Well, no. Well, I guess it's kind of like bulls, like the
if
horns.
If you compare a cow to a shark, you'd probably guess that a cow is not as, savage. But I guess
they're mean. The sleeping giant.
Here's a good one. Sharks are almost invincible because they've been in the ocean for like 400 million years, which makes them one of the oldest species on Earth. And they've survived 5 mass extinction events, including the one that killed the dinosaurs, and they're still around.
But not Megalodon. He's not around.
No, Megalodon's gone. Something
Rest in
happened
peace.
to him. Not sure.
Well, he just gave up.
Not sure what. Yeah, so take me.
I'm done.
Went on land to eat 10
humans. Yeah, I think, Kate. I think this is a game you would enjoy just for the ridiculousness of it.
The pure
if you need another,
shock.
It's not like cutesy game, but if you need another like intermediate game, this is it. And if you want another platinum trophy, this is it. Yep, do shark stuff with your friend.
Trophy there.
Yep.
Okay, here's the last one I have.
Okay,
for you.
can't wait.
Even with all the razor sharp teeth a shark has, they won't put you out of your misery. When people die from a shark attack, it's usually because they bleed to death. Sharks don't eat you right away, and they don't chew. They use their rows of teeth to rip your limbs apart.
Freaking jerks! Wow.
But here's the good news: 70% of people attacked by a great white shark survive. So you might have a chance.
Well, okay, let's think about that. 70% of the people survive. If they had all died, though, I think that would probably end up being more deaths than the 22 cows. I want to know the exact numbers of shark deaths per year, please. Just tell me later. It's fine.
Okay. I'm ready to look it up.
Because I think that if cows are killing you at only 22, like there's probably how many percent were attacked by cows, sat on by cows, and didn't die. You're listening to the Free Play Detective Agency podcast.
Yeah, here on Shark Week.
Shark Week, Champa. Well, we can figure that out. We can put it in the show notes, but
yeah, we'll put in the show notes.
Put in the show notes.
Shark attacks there are and how many people.
Did you ever play that game Shark Attack? Shark Attack. What are you gonna do? No, not just me. Probably an 80s thing. Yeah. Well, when you're born in 99, it's rough. So if you want to watch me play any Maneater, check us out on Twitch, and I will keep that going.
I will put that in the show notes.
Okay. I want both please.
The Twitch channel.
But a lot of the evenings when I'm not playing games and not doing other stuff, Aaron and I have been watching through Westworld. Have you watched that at all?
I have not.
Okay. I'm going to say a very strong do not watch it if you can't handle nudity, because there is nudity, but it's done in a way that it's just, it makes it feel pretty natural. The premise of the show is, this show's been around, there's 3 seasons of it. The premise of the show is there is this Western park, and this company has made these kind of pretend humans as what they call hosts, to kind of like, you basically go with
androids.
They're sort of like androids, but they're not in the same regard. Like it's almost like 3D printing to the max, where like they make these people, they can control their emotions, they can control they have a whole narrative story. Like they have a circle that they're kind of following, like the story arc they're following. So you go into this park and you want to just be a complete, jerk. You can shoot anybody you want because they'll fix them up. They kind of like, they'll let you do whatever you want. You want to follow this story. It's just this massive, what they call park, which basically is like the West, like the Southwest, old Western towns. And so there's this mystery that's kind of going on with these fake humans, that they might be getting consciousness where they're becoming real. But I say like a strong, like there is nudity. There's some adult themes. Like if that's not your bag, don't watch it. But
You've been warned.
You've been warned. But it's been really interesting. Like you don't know what's going on. You don't know who's good, who's bad. But we've been watching that in the evening, and talking about it. Like it's just kind of like one of those shows that kind of like leaves you guessing, and you want to like think and talk about it, like what's going on. So, Kate, this might be something you want to watch. Western.
You had me at West.
I know. That's kind of what drew me in at first too. So we're on season 2 now. There's only like there's 10 episodes in season 1, so it's not super long.
Is that how the rest of the seasons are too?
There's 29 episodes total through 3 seasons.
Oh, and that's the end.
I don't know if it's the end or not. I don't know. The third season just premiered or ended in May. So, yeah. So we've been.
Well, actually sounds pretty cool.
Well, it might be, the way you can spend your next 8 weeks.
Yeah, well, I have nothing to watch on Netflix right now except
trying
to not watch or whatever it's on. I'm trying to not watch The Office over and over.
Proud.
I'm not really watching anything right now on anywhere, any platform.
Well, this one is on HBO, I think.
Okay, well then I can't even see it.
Well, you can get a 7-day free trial on Amazon Prime. That's what we did.
You're watching all of this in 7 days?
No, we probably missed our end day, but we probably watched the first season in 7 days. There's only 10 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's well done. And it has Odin from Thor in it. And it also has Sif from Thor in it. Not those characters, those actors. I know, it's like a little family reunion.
Say, what a mashup.
I haven't seen Thor yet. It's been really good.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll find something to watch.
I believe in you.
Maybe I'll find something to play.
Yeah, I need to think about
I'm really hoping that Persona 5, when it gets here from Zach, is it for me for a while. I'm really hoping, and my fingers are crossed. I'm praying to Jesus, please. I think it probably will. From what I've heard about the game, it sounds like your type of game. A little out there for me, but no, I think you've played enough other stuff that you've been prepared for it. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to go to next. I have all these PlayStation Plus games I haven't finished. I have Star Wars, the new Star Wars game I haven't finished. There's always Red Dead, God of War I haven't finished. So good. I know. You didn't like it though. That's why you. It's because it's because I started it right after I started right after Red Dead, and I just couldn't do it. That's why. It ruined me. Red Dead ruined me for a good long time. I know. I almost didn't go back to it after this game, after I finished The Last of Us, but I'm like, no, why not? That's exactly right. Why not? I want to see Uncle again, hang out with Uncle. I want to see Hosea. It's like old friends. See whoever else is going to be there around the fire. Those other people, yeah. I smoke my premium cigarettes. If it's not a premium, I send it back. If it's did you get all the premium cards? I sell them. You sell them? I sell them because there's no way I'm going to collect them all. Whatever. You've played this game. Get out of here. They take up space in my bag. You're making a terrible mistake. I'm selling all these cigarette cards because I'm not going to catch them all. I might as well sell them to Seamus and Emerald Ranch, and you'll never get a platinum trophy. No, I know I'm never going to get a platinum trophy on this game. No, ever. That attitude. Yeah, and have my whole bag weighed down by cards. Who cares? Put it in your horse. Oh. Fine. Get a better bag. You'll be fine. I've never once even gotten an upgraded bag in that game. I didn't either. I couldn't shoot the stuff that was needed. I was like shooting birds, and I was shooting all these small things, but I could not get a perfect pelt. Like I was like trying to collect all the birds. That's what I'm saying, is I can't have access to basic things that would improve my quality of life in the game because I cannot get perfect pelts. I cannot get whatever random little bird that's needed. Kate, we need to try to play online again. Let's try to do it this week while you're on summer break. I'm still off of work. On vacation. Let's just try to play online. How's the COVID in your house? We're all negative, so we're doing just fine. But I still have to take this week off of Starbucks because that's the way they do things.
It's, I'm going to enjoy it.
We'll try to play. We'll try to.
I think it could be a good week.
Something.
We should. We absolutely should.
Yeah.
I think that's going to do it for episode 95 of the Free Play Podcast. Season 3, we are so close to that 100 episode. I guess if we keep this up, it'll be just next month. So we need to start planning some type of wonderful celebration. I don't know.
I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks next month. So
what? We just talked about you and I being at every.
I know.
Hold on. Let's get the calendar out here. I
forgot about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be the week of the 10th. Would be our 100th episode.
I'll be gone.
What about the week after that? Are you gonna be back at the week after that?
I'm gonna be gone the 3rd through the whatever other day that I'm.
What day is it? Is it the 17th? You coming back the 17th?
No, it's like the 20th.
The 20th?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that.
This is the last episode of the Free Play Podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll work that out. And we might have to start doing 2 episodes. Hey, we didn't mention this. I'm going to finish this show here in a second. Last week, you, Bubba, and I all got together on Discord and did a Twitch test free play sort of.
It was a live conversation.
Live conversation. So we may have to do something like that for the 100th episode where we can figure something out. Maybe we take a couple weeks off. I don't know. We can talk about it.
It'll be fun. Let's do that. We'll plan it. We'll get Bubba involved.
And Bubba will have better internet here this week, in the middle of the week. So, we'll figure that all out. So, yes, like I said, season 3. Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, SoundCloud, radio.com, anywhere podcasts can be found. And if you can't find, where else would there be that you listen to podcasts? I mean, legit, like
look there.
Seriously, like look it up. If we're not where you listen to them, like they must be brand new. Let us know because we just got on SoundCloud. That's pretty cool. They're not brand new. We're about ready to drop our new mixtape on there. And if you're not
that's a good idea.
if you're not a part of our Love Thy Nerd Facebook group, just do it. Go to Love Thy Nerd. No, don't go to lovethynerd.com. Go to facebook.com and search for Love Thy Nerd Community and answer that one question, and we'll let you in, probably. More than likely.
It might not let you in.
She'll let you in. We also have a Discord, lovethynerd.com/Discord. If Discord's your jam, I'm doing a lot more Discord social media recently.
I saw you in there today. I even wrote something. Did you see I wrote something?
Yeah, you're almost level 2. I really like that. You actually have two. You have 2 of yourself in that same Discord. Did you know that? There's 2 of you.
How?
I don't know. I
only have one account.
Don't know. It's 2 different photos.
Right,
so
Bubba,
check it out.
We need you to fix that.
He did be you. We're also on Instagram, Twitter at Love Thy Nerd. And you can also find the Free Play Podcast on Twitter at Free Play Podcast. And Kate posts a lot of really cool stuff there that I read.
Just in between little moments, I posted a Matt quote. I posted a video.
Just all the cool stuff. And I think that's going to probably do it. And once again, I'm Matt Warmbier.
Kate Katawaki. I just wiped like an actual tear from my eye from laughing.
I can't even believe you. And for our cut man, Jonathan Clausen, we will catch you next week. And remember, Jesus loves you, nerds. You're ridiculous.
You have been listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Be sure to rate and review the show and share on all the social media.
Did you press record?
Yes, I did. Pretty good day.